Hello, everybody. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we're going to be developing a generative AI application using AWS Party Rock. Yeah. So what this application is, for example, you have an AWS certification to prepare for, right? And you need hands-on experience for all this. So what this application is going to do is you're going to take the syllabus or the modules for the exam, give it to the generative AI application, and it's going to guide you on what to read, right? And also give you projects to carry out in order to learn better. So, for example, let's use something basic, which we all know, EC2, right? You want to know how to create an EC2 instance, how to, probably delete it, how to set it up. So, what this application is going to do is it is going to help you PPF to learn more about EC2, give you projects to carry out on EC2. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much. Okay, but before we do this, we can just decide to know what Party Rock is exactly. What Party Rock is. We say AWS, Party Rock AWS. So it basically it's going to tell us what is Party Rock AWS. So you get it from this, and it tells us that Party Rock is a new service by AWS that allows users to create generative AI applications without coding. So for some people who don't like to code, we go to partyrock.aws node and we'll click generate application. So we're going to describe what we want to generate, right? So in this situation, I say I want to create an application that helps people for AWS certifications. I mean, of course, it can correct itself. So spellings matter, but they don't also matter. Say I want a situation where people can upload the AWS exam module, and this application will guide them on what to study. Also, they should be able to do some hands-on based on the requirements from the model. So we tell it to generate the application. It's going to take some time, maybe a minute or less. So we just wait. So while we are doing this, we could do so many other things. We'll get to know more about Party Rock, you know. Yeah. So like I said, I signed in through my Apple ID, right? I signed in through my Apple ID. So you can sign in with through Google, Apple, So after you sign in, you get what you saw here. Yeah. So you can see, if you look at this very well, this is exactly what I want actually. Because I want a situation where people can upload the module, right? So in my case, I have a folder called sysops because I'm preparing for the sysops exams. So I say sysop guide. So it's going to generate it's going to analyze the module. So it's going to give us study recommendations, you know. Yeah, it's still generating, but yeah. So it's going to give us study recommendations. It tells us what to focus on: VPC, Route 53, CloudFront, and it tells us to read the AWS documentation, and it also tells us to dive deep into things like monitoring and logging. Okay, so this is basically a guide. So with this, you can prepare for the AWS exam. So these are some hands-on for us. So it tells us that here are 5 to 7 hands-on activities, yeah, to gain practical experience with AWS services covered in the sysops exam. So we set up one of them is to set up a cloud watch alarm and a dashboard description. Yeah, which is very essential if you've been going through the sysops exam. It's going to be different for every exam. The developer exam will be different. The Solutions architect also will also be different. So basically, these are chatbots. Yeah, it's a chatbot. Also, don't forget we can also edit this. So, for example, we can add a widget, right? So, a widget basically is just if you remember here, we uploaded the documents up here, right? We uploaded the document here. We uploaded. So this is the widget for it. Document upload, right? So we could also have static text, maybe for example titles, something like that. Then we'll have user inputs. They also have a situation where text can be generated, such as in this is text generated. We also have a situation where you can have a chat bot. For example, this is a chat bot. So, yeah. So we have image generation also. And I can just say an image of AWS of a student studying for AWS certification. So we save it, and it's going to generate a nice image for us. So basically, this is a student who is studying for AWS certification. I guess this is me. So you can also download it, right? You can download it. You can edit the widget. Okay, you can edit the widget. So this is an exam that someone is preparing for. You can also give it a retry. Also, so this is another student also. And for me, I want to delete this because I don't think I need an image in this particular situation. So I have written the solutions architect exams. Okay, so we can also prepare for solutions architect um, exam. So this is the exam guide for solutions architect. Okay, it says the name of the file is too long. So yeah, I don't know. I made it. It's just so long. I didn't rename it. So let's just stick with the sysops. So we have the sysops guide here again. So it's going to analyze it. We could also create a widget here. Any widgets. It could be anything. It could be anything. We could just say exam prep. For your next exam. So we save it. Yeah. So in for this kind of thing, you know, when you want to when you can leave the edit. So when you edit, right, when you add a widget, static text means that it's just the text is just there. No user interaction is required for this. And also, if you look well, we can reduce this, right? We can reduce it. We can also increase it more. Okay, but in this situation, we're just trying to design it, right? So we could also reduce this. We could also increase it more. Yeah. So let's say we add the widget for image generation. You say a student application exam. So we save it. We take it down here. We're still in the edit mode, right? So with this, we can always, make the image get bigger. Yeah, we could always make the image get bigger. So personally, for me, I don't need this. I don't know why. I just don't like it. So I can leave the edit. When you leave the edit, you can continue to interact. So for example, we could just chat. So just tell me, you can say prepare me more for S3 hands-on. So it's going to tell us what to do, right? Create and configure the buckets, working with objects, yeah. So practice on cross-regional replications, and so on and so forth. So one thing we also need to know is that currently this project is private, right? So that means if I nobody can access this project except me. So if I want to make this like everyone to be able to access it, I just have to make it public and I can copy the link. So I copy the link, other people can come and use your application. Yeah. But the thing is that you have there is usually a limit to what you can to the free tier basically. So when a lot of people are using it, it reduces your limit. So I make it public now, right? So I've made it public. So anybody, I'll paste this link so you people can uh use it. And if you have any suggestion, just put it in the comment section. Tell me what you want. So a snapshot basically is to share our input with others. So yeah, this just confirms that we're human. Okay. Yeah, of course we're human. So we could create a snapshot. Also, we could remix it. Remix is just creating a copy of it. Yeah. So, for example, we like this, we want to extend it. We're not sure what we're about to do. We just remix it and continue with it. So, in case there's a problem, we can always come back here. We see our applications here. You see some of the previous applications are created. Yeah. So this is the new one that was you know, that I took a snapshot of. Then this is the previous one with 0 views. Yeah, and these are the popular ones already. You know, I guess they're by the AWS. So this is yeah. So this is it. This is it. I mean, there's so many applications that have been created by people. You know, there was an application I saw which is for reviewing papers. So, for example, you're a PhD student or you're a professor, you have a very large paper. It could the application could read your paper for you and give you a summary of what it is, so you know what is there. So you don't have to read the whole thing itself. So yeah, so this is basically it about AWS Party Rock. Yeah. So I think I showed you something, learning and education. I can't find it here, but basically it's just for summarizing papers. Yeah, so summarizing papers. So the uses are limitless. Basically, there are a lot of things we can do. A lot of things we can do. So we'll just check backstage. I don't know what's here. So you see what I told you about the free tier, right? So for now, I've just used about 3.3% of my Party Rock. Yeah. So yeah, you can choose to share your data with AWS. This is your username. I know it's funny. So yeah, we could learn more. So that's just it. Thank you so much. I hope we learned a lot from this. So thank you so much, everybody. I hope we learned a lot about Party Rock today. So we should always just feel free, create something. If you don't like it, delete it. If you think you're exceeding the limits you have, just delete it and also make it private so as you not to, exceed your limit and to also incur cost. Please do leave comments in the section. And also, if you like this video, just like it just to encourage me to build more videos for us. Yeah, thank you so much. Bye.